समुद्री लेकर उससे परे तक चुनौतीपूर्ण और जोखिमपूर्ण परिस्थितियों में सक्रिय रूप से तैनात रहती है ताकि भारत के हितों की रक्षा की जा सके। यह एक संतुलित और अत्याधुनिक नेटवर्क से युक्त बल है जो समुद्र की सतह पर, उसके नीचे और आकाश में संचालन करते हुए अपनी विश्वसनीय शक्ति तत्परता का प्रदर्शन करता है।
భారత నావికాదళం సముద్రం, గగనంలో మరియు భూమి మీదుగా సజావుగా పనిచేసే సామర్థ్యాన్ని కలిగి ఉంది. అదే సమయంలో ఇటీవలి కాలంలో అనేక రకాల నౌకలు, విమానాలు మరియు పరికరాలు ప్రవేశపెట్టడం ద్వారా భారత నావికాదళం తమ ప్రతిభను విజయవంతంగా వాస్తవ రూపంలోకి తీసుకువచ్చింది.
The Indian Navy comprises three commands: the Eastern, Western and Southern Naval Commands, with headquarters at Visakhapatnam, Mumbai and Kochi respectively. The Eastern and Western Naval Commands are operational commands, while the Southern Naval Command is the training command.
भारतीय नौसेना 3 कमानों में संगठित है: पूर्वी, पश्चिमी और दक्षिणी नौसेना कमान, जिनकी मुख्यालय विशाखापट्टनम, मुंबई और कोच्चि में स्थित है। पूर्वी और पश्चिमी नौसेना कमान परिचालन का दायित्व निभाती है, जबकि दक्षिणी नौसेना कमान प्रशिक्षण की जिम्मेदारी संभालती है।
భారత నౌకాదళం 3 కమాండ్లుగా విభజించబడింది. అవి తూర్పు, పశ్చిమ మరియు దక్షిణ నౌకాదళ కమాండ్లు. వీటికి ప్రధాన కార్యాలయాలు విశాఖపట్నం, ముంబై మరియు కొచ్చిలో ఉన్నాయి. తూర్పు మరియు పశ్చిమ నౌకాదళ కమాండ్లు బంగాళాఖాతం మరియు అరేబియా సముద్రాలలో చేసే కార్యకలాపాలపై నియంత్రణ కలిగి ఉంటాయి. దక్షిణ నేవల్ కమాండ్ అనేది శిక్షణా కమాండ్.
The Indian Navy today is a force to reckon with, comprising aircraft carriers, guided missile destroyers, multi-role frigates, specialized corvettes, amphibious ships, submarines, aircraft, and marine commandos. Our technology-intensive Navy reflects India's ability to design and develop state-of-the-art equipment. The commissioning of indigenous aircraft carrier INS Vikrant, Visakhapatnam class destroyers, Giri class frigates and strategic submarines exemplifies our nation's Bharat, resonating Make in India.
आज भारतीय नौसेना एक ऐसी शक्ति है जिसकी गणना विश्व की अग्रणी नौसेनाओं में की जाती है। इसमें विमान वाहक पोत, निर्देशित मिसाइल विध्वंसक, बहुउद्देश्य फ्रिगेट, विशेषीकृत कॉर्वेट, एम्फीबियस पोत, पनडुब्बियां, विमान तथा मरीन कमांडो शामिल हैं। हमारी तकनीकी प्रधान नौसेना भारत की अत्याधुनिक रक्षा प्रणालियों को स्वदेश में ही डिजाइन और विकसित करने की क्षमता को दर्शाती है। देश में निर्मित विमान वाहक पोत आईएनएस विक्रांत, विशाखापट्टनम श्रेणी के विध्वंसक, गिरी श्रेणी के फ्रिगेट और रणनीतिक पनडुब्बियों की कमीशनिंग आत्मनिर्भर और मेक इन इंडिया के दृढ़ संकल्प का प्रतीक है।
భారత నావికాదళం నేడు ఎయిర్క్రాఫ్ట్ క్యారియర్స్, గైడెడ్ మిసైల్ డిస్ట్రాయర్స్, మల్టీరోల్ ఫ్రిగేట్స్, కార్వెట్స్, ఆంఫిబియస్ ల్యాండింగ్ షిప్స్, మిసైల్ బోట్స్, సబ్మెరీన్స్, ట్యాంకర్స్ మరియు సర్వే నౌకలను కలిగి ఉంది. సాంకేతిక పరిజ్ఞానంతో కూడిన నావికాదళం అత్యాధునిక పరికరాలను రూపొందించడంలో మరియు అభివృద్ధి చేయడంలో భారతదేశ సామర్థ్యాన్ని ప్రతిబింబిస్తుంది. స్వదేశీయంగా నిర్మించబడ్డ ఎయిర్క్రాఫ్ట్ క్యారియర్ ఐఎన్ఎస్ విక్రాంత్, విశాఖపట్నం క్లాస్ డిస్ట్రాయర్స్, నీలగిరి క్లాస్ ఫ్రిగేట్స్ మరియు వ్యూహాత్మక జలాంతర్గాములను ప్రారంభించడం మన దేశం ఆత్మనిర్భర్ భారత్ను ప్రతిధ్వనించే మేక్ ఇన్ ఇండియా అనే నిబద్ధతకు నిదర్శనం.
The Indian Navy is the preferred security partner and first responder in the Indian Ocean region, guided by the Government of India's vision of Mahasagar, mutual and holistic advancement for security and growth across regions. Get to catch a glimpse of the diverse assets of the Indian Navy in today's operational demonstration.
भारत सरकार के महासागर दृष्टिकोण के अनुरूप भारतीय नौसेना हिंद महासागर क्षेत्र में प्रिफर्ड सिक्योरिटी पार्टनर और फर्स्ट रिस्पॉन्डर की भूमिका निभाती है। आज के ऑपरेशनल डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन में आपको भारतीय नौसेना की विवेक क्षमता और संसाधनों की झलक देखने को मिलेगी।
భారత ప్రభుత్వం ప్రతిపాదించిన మహాసాగర్ లక్ష్యంతో భారత నౌకాదళం భారత మహాసముద్ర ప్రాంతంలో ముఖ్యమైన భద్రతా భాగస్వామిగా కీలక పాత్ర పోషిస్తుంది. ఈ రోజు జరిగే ఆపరేషనల్ డిమాన్స్ట్రేషన్లో భారత నౌకాదళం యొక్క వివిధ సామర్థ్యాలను మీరు చూడగలరు.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to showcase the full range of naval capabilities to you, but we are constrained by proximity to the shore and limited depth of water. We have therefore curated an evening of diverse activities in today's operational demonstration to give you a brief insight into naval operations. We hope that you find these educative and interesting.
देवियों और सज्जनों, यद्यपि हम आपको नौसेना की संपूर्ण शक्ति का प्रदर्शन दिखाना चाहते हैं, परंतु तट की निकटता और जल की सीमित गहराई के कारण कुछ व्यवहारिक सीमाएं हैं। अतः आज के ऑपरेशन डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन के लिए गतिविधियों का चयन किया गया है, जिससे आपको नौसैनिक अभियानों की एक संक्षिप्त झलक मिल सके। हमें विश्वास है कि यह प्रस्तुति आपके लिए ज्ञानवर्धक और रोचक सिद्ध होगी।
ఈ రోజు మేము మీకు నావికా సామర్థ్య విన్యాసాలను ప్రదర్శించుకుంటున్నాము. కానీ తీరానికి దగ్గరగా ఉండటం మరియు పరిమిత లోతు వంటి అనేక విషయాలు మమ్మల్ని అడ్డుకుంటున్నాయి. అయినప్పటికీ మేము నేటి ప్రదర్శనలో నావికాదళ విన్యాసాలను అనేక విధాలుగా ప్రదర్శించడానికి ప్రయత్నిస్తున్నాము. మీరు ఆసక్తికరంగా వీక్షిస్తారని ఆశిస్తున్నాము.
देवियों सज्जनों, आपकी सुविधा के लिए शौचालय की सुविधा उपलब्ध है। विश्वप्रिया हॉल, बीच टाउन होटल, एक्वा स्विमिंग कॉम्प्लेक्स, योगा विलेज के पास और YMCA के परिसर में।
Hello, check. Podium microphone testing. 1, 2, 3.
మీ సౌకర్యం కొరకు వాష్రూమ్స్ వసతులు విశ్వప్రియ హాల్, ఐబాకో, బీచ్ టౌన్ హోటల్, ఆక్వా స్విమ్మింగ్ కాంప్లెక్స్, యోగా విలేజ్ మరియు YMCA దగ్గర ఏర్పాటు చేయబడ్డాయి.
Hello. Podium microphone testing. 1, 2, 3. Check. Microphone testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Podium microphone testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Please sit. Check. Microphone testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check. Podium mic testing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Vice Admiral Sanjay Bhalla, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Eastern Naval Command, we welcome all the viewers, including those who have joined us on Doordarshan and electronic media, to the operational demonstration and International City Parade being conducted as part of the International Fleet Review and 2026.
जहां लहरों की गूंज इतिहास को स्वर देती है और सागर तट शौर्य के धुन गुनगुनाते हैं, जहां समुद्र सीमा नहीं बल्कि शक्ति का विस्तार है, हम उस पावन विशाखापट्टनम की गाथा सुनाते हैं। शुभ संध्या देवियों और हाल ही में हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए दूरदर्शन केंद्र और अन्य इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया के माध्यम से जुड़े दर्शकों का पूर्वी नौसेना कमान फ्लैग ऑफिसर कमांडिंग इन चीफ वाइस एडमिरल संजय भल्ला की ओर से मैं आप सभी का इंटरनेशनल फ्लीट रिव्यू एवं मिलन 2026 के अंतर्गत इस ऑपरेशनल डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन और इंटरनेशनल सिटी परेड के सजीव प्रदर्शन में दिल से स्वागत करती हूं।
అందరికీ శుభ సాయంత్రం. వైస్ అడ్మిరల్ సంజయ్ భల్లా, ఫ్లాగ్ ఆఫీసర్ కమాండింగ్ ఇన్ చీఫ్, ఈస్టర్న్ నేవల్ కమాండ్ తరపున అంతర్జాతీయ ఫ్లీట్ రివ్యూ మరియు మిలన్ 2026లో భాగంగా నిర్వహించబడుతున్న ఈ ఆపరేషనల్ డిమాన్స్ట్రేషన్ మరియు ఇంటర్నేషనల్ సిటీ పరేడ్ కు దూరదర్శన్ ప్రేక్షకులను స్వాగతిస్తున్నాను.
So, let me run you through the program for today's operational demonstration and International City Parade. On the arrival of our chief guest, ladies and gentlemen, you all are requested to rise in honor of Vande Mataram, followed by the national anthem. On completion of the national anthem, today's op demo will begin with a fly-past of Chetak aircraft in banner formation. Post that, you will witness an exquisite demonstration of our air power in the form of a magnificent flypast. On completion of the flypast, you would witness various search and rescue techniques used by the Indian Navy to evacuate casualties at sea with the help of ALH and Chetak helicopters. Post witnessing the precise SAR demonstration, you would see our daunting Marine commandos undertaking slithering operations. On completion of slithering operations, our daring Marcos will demonstrate small team insertion, extraction, or sty technique on a seeking helicopter, and our clearance divers will display demolition of a mock oil rig. After witnessing our amazing Marine commandos, you would be enthralled by a well-curated amphibious demonstration, followed by the breathtaking combat maneuvers undertaken by the majestic MiG-29K aircraft and low-level precision flying by Hawk and MiG fighter jets. With that, we would shift to our next segment, starting with a fabulous hornpipe dance performed by the girl cadets of the Sea Cadet Corps of the Eastern Command. This will be followed by an enchanting cultural performance by the energetic cadets of the National Cadet Corps. Thereafter, you will witness the most awaited event for the evening, the International City Parade, wherein contingents from India and around the globe will march past the dais in crisp drill movements and immaculate turnout. Post that, you would be treated to a cultural extravaganza in the form of a mesmerizing display of local dances and art forms. This will be followed by the traditional tattoo ceremony or beating of the drums by the Eastern Naval Command Band. On completion of the tattoo show, you would witness the power-packed continuity drill by the valiant sailors of the Indian Navy. On completion of the continuity drill, the Chief of the Naval Staff will address the gathering. After that, the Chief Guest will address the gathering. Post completion of the speech, you will all be requested to rise in honor of Vande Mataram, followed by the national anthem. On departure of our Chief Guest, you all are requested to remain seated as the evening will conclude with a spectacular laser and drone show.
तो आइए आज की ऑपरेशनल डिमॉन्स्ट्रेशन एवं इंटरनेशनल सिटी परेड के कार्यक्रम की रूपरेखा से आपको अवगत करते हैं। मुख्य अतिथि के आगमन पर देवियों और सज्जनों, आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि राष्ट्रगीत एवं राष्ट्रगान के सम्मान में खड़े हो जाएं। राष्ट्रगान की समाप्ति के पश्चात आज की ऑपरेशनल डिमॉन्स्ट्रेशन की शुरुआत चेतक विमान द्वारा बैनर फॉर्मेशन में फ्लाई पास्ट किया जाएगा। इसके पश्चात आप भारतीय नौसेना वायु शक्ति का एक भव्य प्रदर्शन देखेंगे, जो एक शानदार फ्लाई पास्ट के रूप में प्रस्तुत किया जाएगा। फ्लाई पास्ट की समाप्ति पर आप समुद्र में फंसे लोगों को निकालने हेतु भारतीय नौसेना द्वारा अपनाई जाने वाले विभिन्न सर्च एंड रेस्क्यू अर्थात खोज और बचाव तकनीकों का सजीव प्रदर्शन करेंगे, जिसे चेतक एवं ALH हेलीकॉप्टर की सहायता से अंजाम दिया जाएगा। सटीक सर्च एंड रेस्क्यू प्रदर्शन के उपरांत हमारी साहसी मरीन कमांडोज द्वारा स्लिथरिंग ऑपरेशंस का प्रदर्शन किया जाएगा। हमारे जाबाज मार्को सीकिंग हेलीकॉप्टर के माध्यम से स्मॉल टीम इंसर्शन एक्सट्रैक्शन स्टाई तकनीक का प्रदर्शन करेंगे। इसके साथ ही हमारे क्लियरेंस ड्राइवर्स एक मॉक ऑयल रिग का विध्वंस करेंगे। मरीन कमांडोज के इस अद्भुत प्रदर्शन के पश्चात आप एक शानदार एम्फीबियस डिमॉन्स्ट्रेशन देखेंगे, जिसके बाद मिग विमानों द्वारा किए जाने वाले प्रभावशाली कॉम्बैट मैनूवर तथा हॉक एवं मिग लड़ाकू विमान द्वारा किए जाने वाले लो लेवल प्रिसीजन फ्लाइंग से मंत्रमुग्ध हो जाएंगे।
इसके साथ ही हम अगले चरण में प्रवेश करेंगे, जिसकी शुरुआत नेशनल कैडेट कोर के ऊर्जावान कैडेट्स द्वारा प्रस्तुत एक मनमोहक सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम से हो। इसके पश्चात ईस्टर्न नेवल कमांड के सी कैडेट कोर की बालिका कैडेट्स द्वारा प्रस्तुत किया गया आकर्षक हॉर्न पाइप डांस आप सभी के समक्ष होगा। तत्पश्चात आप इस संध्या के सबसे प्रतीक्षित कार्यक्रम इंटरनेशनल सिटी परेड के साक्षी बनेंगे, जिसमें भारत सहित विश्व भर के विभिन्न देशों के दस्ता दल सुसज्जित वेशभूषा और सटीक ड्रिल के साथ मंच के समक्ष मार्च पास्ट करेंगे। इसके बाद स्थानीय नृत्य एवं कला रूपों की मनोहारी प्रस्तुति के माध्यम से एक भव्य सांस्कृतिक समारोह का आयोजन किया जाएगा। तत्पश्चात ईस्टर्न नेवल कमांड द्वारा पारंपरिक टैटू सेरेमनी अथवा बीटिंग ऑफ ड्रम्स का प्रदर्शन किया जाएगा। टैटू शो की समाप्ति पर भारतीय नौसेना के वीर नाविकों द्वारा शक्ति और अनुशासन से परिपूर्ण कंटिन्यूटी ड्रिल का प्रदर्शन किया जाएगा। कंटिन्यूटी ड्रिल के समापन के पश्चात सेना प्रमुख उपस्थित जनसमूह को संबोधित करेंगे। तत्पश्चात मुख्य अतिथि इस सभा को संबोधित करेंगे। संबोधन के समापन पर आप सभी से यह अनुरोध रहेगा कि आप राष्ट्रगान एवं राष्ट्रगीत के लिए खड़े हो जाएं। हमारे मुख्य अतिथि के प्रस्थान के उपरांत आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि अपने स्थान पर बने रहें, क्योंकि शाम का समापन एक शानदार आतिशबाजी, लेजर शो और ड्रोन शो के साथ होगा।
ఈ రోజు జరిగే ఆపరేషనల్ డిమాన్స్ట్రేషన్ మరియు అంతర్జాతీయ నగర కవాతు గురించి నేను మీకు తెలియజేస్తాను. మన ముఖ్య అతిథి రాకతో మీరందరూ జాతీయ గీతం మరియు జాతీయ గానం గౌరవార్థం లేచి నుంచోవలసిందిగా కోరుతాము. జాతీయ గీతం పూర్తయిన తర్వాత మన జాతీయ త్రివర్ణ పతాకాన్ని ఎగరవేస్తూ వచ్చే చేతక్ విమానాల ప్రదర్శనతో నేటి ఆఫ్ డెమో ప్రారంభమవుతుంది. ఆ తర్వాత మన వైమానిక శక్తి యొక్క ప్రదర్శన చూస్తారు. దీని తర్వాత చేతక్ మరియు ఏఎల్హెచ్ హెలికాప్టర్ల ద్వారా భారత నావికాదళం ఉపయోగించే సర్చ్ అండ్ రెస్క్యూ ప్రక్రియను మీరు చూస్తారు. తదుపరి మరీన్ కమాండోలు చేసే స్లిథరింగ్ ఆపరేషన్ల ప్రదర్శనను చూస్తారు. ఆ తర్వాత సాహసోపేతమైన మార్కోస్ సీక్రెటర్ నుండి స్మాల్ టీమ్ ఇన్సర్షన్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్షన్ లేదా స్టై టెక్నిక్ ను ప్రదర్శిస్తారు. ఆ తర్వాత మీరు హాక్ మరియు మిగ్ ఫైటర్ జెట్ల పోరాట విన్యాసాలను చూడవచ్చు. దాని తర్వాత నేషనల్ కేడెట్ కోర్ యొక్క కేడెట్లు సాంస్కృతిక ప్రదర్శనతో మీ ముందుకు వస్తారు. దీని తర్వాత తూర్పు నావికాదళం యొక్క సి కేడెట్ కోర్ యొక్క బాలికా కేడెట్లు ప్రదర్శించే అద్భుతమైన హార్న్ పైప్ నృత్యం ఉంటుంది. ఆ తర్వాత మీరు ఎప్పటి నుంచో ఎదురు చూసే అంతర్జాతీయ సిటీ పరేడ్ జరగబోతుంది. భారతదేశం మరియు ప్రపంచవ్యాప్తంగా వచ్చిన బృందాలు వేదిక ముందు కవాతు చేయటం మనం చూడగలము. మన మంత్రముగ్ధన చేసే స్థానిక నృత్యాలు మరియు కళారూపాల ప్రదర్శన మీరు చూడవచ్చు. దీని తరువాత తూర్పు నావికాదళ బ్యాండ్ ద్వారా ట్రెడిషనల్ టాటూ సెరెమనీ లేదా బీటింగ్ ఆఫ్ డ్రమ్స్ జరుగుతుంది. టాటూ షో పూర్తయిన తర్వాత భారత నావికాదళంలోని నావికులు చేసే కంటిన్యూటీ డ్రిల్ ను మీరు చూస్తారు. పూర్తయిన తర్వాత చీఫ్ ఆఫ్ నేవల్ స్టాఫ్ సభను ఉద్దేశించి ప్రసంగిస్తారు. ఆ తర్వాత గౌరవనీయులైన ముఖ్య అతిథి ప్రసంగం ఉంటుంది. తర్వాత మీరందరూ జాతీయ గీతం మరియు జాతీయ గానం గౌరవార్థం లేచి నుంచోవలసిందిగా కోరుతాము. మన ముఖ్య అతిథి బయలుదేరినప్పుడు మీరందరూ కూర్చోవలసిందిగా మనవి. ఈ సాయంత్రం అద్భుతమైన లేజర్ షో మరియు డ్రోన్ షోతో ముగుస్తుంది.
अब हम नौसेना प्रमुख एडमिरल दिनेश के त्रिपाठी परम विशिष्ट सेवा मेडल, अति विशिष्ट सेवा मेडल, नौसेना मेडल के आगमन की प्रतीक्षा कर रहे हैं।
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chief of the Naval Staff.
Namaste, Shano Varuna. May the Lord of the Seas be auspicious unto us. With this invocation, I extend a very warm welcome to all the dignitaries and guests to the operational demonstration and International City Parade 2026. I am Mrs. Karuna Lambate, and along with me is Lieutenant Prabodh Mukherjee. Together, we will take you through this wonderful display of tradition and trust, color and culture, skill and splendor.
लहरों के संग संग आज इतिहास चल रहा है और दुनिया भारत की समुद्री शक्ति को निहार रही है। अडिग अटल अजय है ये नौवीर, तिरंगे को आज नौसेना दहाड़ रही है। नमस्ते देवियों और सज्जनों, इंटरनेशनल सिटी परेड 2026 के इस भव्य ऐतिहासिक और गौरवपूर्ण अवसर पर भारतीय नौसेना की ओर से आप सभी विशिष्ट अतिथियों, मित्र देशों के प्रतिनिधियों और विश्व के कोने से पधारे 65 से अधिक देशों के नौसैनिक समुदाय का हार्दिक स्वागत और अभिनंदन है। मैं हूं डॉक्टर उमा पाटिल, मेरे साथ है मिसेस स्वाति सचदेवा और करणपाल सिंह, मास्टर चीफ पेटी ऑफिसर मेडिकल फर्स्ट क्लास, और हम सब मिलकर आपको परंपरा, संस्कृति, कौशल और भव्यता के इस अद्भुत संगम से रूबरू करवाएंगे।
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. అంతర్జాతీయ ఫ్లీట్ రివ్యూకు విచ్చేసిన ప్రముఖులకు మరియు అతిథులందరికీ ఇదే మా హృదయపూర్వక స్వాగతం. నేను డాక్టర్ అపూర్వ జయంత్. అద్భుతమైన ప్రదర్శన ద్వారా సాంప్రదాయం మరియు నమ్మకం, రంగులు మరియు సంస్కృతి, నైపుణ్యం మరియు వైభవాన్ని చూపించబోతున్నాను.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's chief guest, Justice Abdul Nazir, the Honorable Governor of Andhrapradesh, has arrived.
You are now requested to rise in honor of Vande Mataram, followed by the national anthem.
अब आप सभी से विनम्र अनुरोध है, कृपया राष्ट्रगान एवं राष्ट्रगीत के गान में खड़े हो जाएं।
ఇప్పుడు మీరు జాతీయ గీతం మరియు జాతీయ గానం గౌరవార్థం లేచి నిలబడవలసిందిగా కోరుతున్నాము.
May I now ask you all to please resume your seats and turn your gaze to the sea. Now from the left approaches 3 Chetak helicopters in a banner formation, proudly flying the national flag and the naval ensign. This formation is led by Commander Alok Raj, Flight Commander 321 Vizag, accompanied by Commander Arun Raj and Lieutenant Commander Kannad Kashikar.
आज फिर आसमां गूंजेगा, भारत का साहस ऊंचा उड़ेगा, गरजेंगे पंख, दहकेगा गगन, देखेगा जग, ये है हमारा वचन। तैयार रहिए उस पल के लिए, भारत उड़ेगा और इतिहास गूंजेगा।
Ladies and gentlemen, look towards your left as 3 magnificent Chetak helicopters are approaching the grandstand, led by Commander Kaustubh Deshmukh, Commanding Officer, Indian Naval Air Squadron 321. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to request you all to kindly look back towards the screen. You are now able to see the cockpit view from the Chetak helicopters.
స్క్రీన్ వైపు చూడండి. కాక్పిట్ నుంచి ప్రత్యక్ష ప్రసారం. కంగారు పడకండి, విమానం ఇంకా పైలట్ చేతుల్లోనే ఉంది.
सागर के वीर रक्षक हैं ये, शत्रु के लिए भक्षक हैं ये, जीवन की रक्षा करने वाले नौसेना का मान, एंजल्स के नाम से मशहूर चेतक विमान.
Give it away for these 3 indigenous advanced light helicopters flying arrowhead formation. The formation is led by Captain Saurabh Srivastav, Commanding Officer, INAS 324.
బాణపు తల నిర్మాణంలో వస్తున్న స్వదేశీయంగా నిర్మించబడ్డ 3 ALH హెలికాప్టర్లను మన ముందు చూస్తున్నాము. ఈ నిర్మాణానికి నేతృత్వం వహిస్తున్నది కెప్టెన్ సౌరభ్ శ్రీవాస్తవ.
Now appearing in front of us are 3 Seeking 42 Charlie helicopters being led by Commander Yuvraj Kumar, Commanding Officer, INAS 350.
देवियों सज्जनों, दृष्टि स्क्रीन की ओर घुमाइए और सीकिंग का लाइव कॉकपिट व्यू देखिए. क्षितिज, समुद्र और मिशन बिल्कुल उसी तरह जैसे उसके चालक दल देख रहे हैं.
Now appearing in front of us is a Kamov 28 helicopter being led by Commander Priyadarshi Paritosh, Commanding Officer, INAS 333.
ఇప్పుడు మన ముందు ఒక కామో 28 హెలికాప్టర్ చూడగలము. దీనికి నాయకత్వం వహిస్తున్నది కమాండర్ ప్రియదర్శి పరితోష్.
Coming up from left are Kamov 31 helicopters being led by Captain Venkatesh, Commanding Officer, INAS 339.
कामोव 31 लंबी दूरी की निगरानी एवं अर्ली वार्निंग के लिए डिजाइन किया गया है, जो नौसेना बेड़े की पहुंच को क्षितिज से कहीं आगे तक विस्तारित करता है.
The Kamov 31 is designed for long-range surveillance and early warning, extending the reach of the fleet far beyond the horizon.
कामोव 31 का यह अभी आपके सामने से निकला, इसका संचालन कैप्टन वेंकटेश, कमांडिंग ऑफिसर, INS 339 द्वारा किया गया है.
Ladies and gentlemen, look right in front of you and get ready to be enthralled by a majestic display of aerial prowess, testament to India's growing maritime might by 3 multi-role helicopters, the LC Romeos.
భారతదేశం యొక్క సముద్ర శక్తికి నిదర్శనంగా 3 మల్టీరోల్ హెలికాప్టర్లు MH-60R ద్వారా అద్భుతమైన ప్రదర్శనను చూసి ముగ్ధులవ్వడానికి సిద్ధంగా ఉండండి.
देवियों सज्जनों, आपके सामने से आ रहे हैं 3 मल्टीरोल हेलीकॉप्टर MH-60R. एक भव्य एवं क्रमिक दक्षता प्रदर्शन के लिए साक्षी बनने हेतु तैयार हो जाइए.
Firing flares, the majestic MS-60Rs are demonstrating the capability of their advanced suit. The formation is led by Captain Dhirendra Bisht. The Seahawk in port echelon is being piloted by Lieutenant Commander Shivam Jadhav and starboard echelon by Captain Abhijit Garud.
जोरदार तालियों से आप स्वागत कीजिए विश्व के सर्वाधुनिक उन्नत हेलीकॉप्टर में से एक MH-60R का। ये हेलीकॉप्टर्स जो फ्लेयर फायर करके निकले हैं, ये अपनी उन्नत सेल्फ प्रोटेक्शन सूट की क्षमता का प्रदर्शन करके गए।
Passing in front of you are two immediate support vessels of the Indian Navy. The first ISV Tango 40 is being commanded by Lieutenant Commander Krishna Bilipati, and the second one, Tango 39, is being commanded by Lieutenant Commander Samir Sharma. The ISVs are agile sentinels of maritime security. Ladies and gentlemen, watch out for the mix coming from right ahead. The Panthers, as they approach in an arrowhead formation and perform a bomb burst maneuver, firing flares. Leading the formation is Captain Snehal Sood, accompanied by Lieutenant Commander Pardesh Pandey and Commander Sanjay Gupta.
आपके सामने से निकले लड़ाकू विमान ने एरोहेड फॉर्मेशन में उड़ान भरते हुए रोमांचकारी बॉम्बर्स युद्धाभ्यास का शानदार प्रदर्शन किया है। इस फॉर्मेशन का नेतृत्व कैप्टन स्नेहिल सूद द्वारा किया गया था। जोरदार से इनका उत्साहवर्धन करें।
The bomb burst maneuver is one of the most iconic aerial displays in fighter aviation. Watch as the formation flies together in perfect unity. Ladies and gentlemen, look right in front for the Phantom as they approach in an arrowhead formation and perform a bomb burst maneuver. The formation is led by Captain Adnan Latif and Commander BK Sharma.
కఠిన మలుపులు మరియు హై జీ విన్యాసాలతో ఆకాశంలో అద్భుత క్రీడను ప్రదర్శిస్తున్నాయి.
Ladies and gentlemen, up next we have the amphibious demonstration. Amphibious demonstrations are among the most complex missions in modern warfare, seamlessly integrating naval and land combat power. Today you are witnessing a demonstration by a platoon of B-2 infantry fighting vehicles from the 16th Battalion of the Mechanized Infantry. Ladies and gentlemen, watch as the BMPs are turning their turrets and the platoon commander is saluting the dais.
अभी आपके सामने है मैकेनाइज्ड इन्फेंट्री समन्वित युद्ध क्षमता, गति और मारक शक्ति का बहुत शानदार प्रदर्शन देखेंगे। इन वीर सैनिकों और उनकी शक्तिशाली BMP-2 के लिए हम आपसे गुजारिश करते हैं कि उनका जोरदार तालियां बजाकर उत्साहवर्धन करते रहें।
On the left, you can now see the 4 BMP-2 advancing in tactical formation. These highly mobile amphibious platforms combine protection, firepower and speed on the battlefield. The leading 2 BMPs are now advancing to occupy tactical firing positions. This maneuver is known as the leapfrog. As the forward vehicles secure positions, the rear BMPs now surge ahead, maintaining momentum while providing covering fire. This coordinated movement ensures constant pressure and battlefield dominance.
MP-2 భారతదేశంలో శరత్ అనే పేరుతో ప్రసిద్ధి చెందిన ఈ యుద్ధ వాహనం సైనికులను కవచ రక్షణలో సురక్షితంగా తరలించడంతో పాటు శక్తివంతమైన కాల్పుల సామర్థ్యాన్ని కలిగి ఉంటుంది.
Watch the BMPs turn and forming up in the staggered line ahead formation, enabling rapid maneuver and simultaneous engagement of targets. Now the BMPs deploy a smoke screen, concealing movement, disrupting enemy observation and enhancing survivability while maintaining operational tempo.
BMP-2, जिसे भारत की सारथ भी कहा जाता है, सैनिकों को सुरक्षा प्रदान करने हेतु रणभूमि में सक्षम है। 30 mm की तोप, मशीन गन और एंटी टैंक मिसाइल प्रणाली से लैस यह वाहन विविध भूभागों में संचालन हेतु डिजाइन किया जाता है। उच्च हिमालयी दरों से लेकर नदी पार अभियानों तक इसकी अभ्यचर क्षमता इसे विशेष सामरिक बढ़त प्रदान करती है।
Ladies and gentlemen, let me redirect your attention to the blue skies, which will soon be studied by the magnificent aircraft operated by the Indian Navy and Coast Guard. Now, from your left, you can see a formation of 4 Dornier patrol aircraft in diamond formation, led by Commander Abhinav Handa, Commanding Officer of Indian Naval Air Squadron 311.
తర్వాత ఇండియన్ నేవల్ ఎయిర్ స్క్వాడ్రన్ 311 యొక్క కమాండింగ్ ఆఫీసర్ కమాండర్ అభినవ్ హండా నేతృత్వంలోని 4 డోనియర్ పెట్రోల్ ఎయిర్ క్రాఫ్ట్లు వజ్రాకృతిలో మనం చూడవచ్చు.
Ladies and gentlemen, look towards your left and see the 3 Coast Guard Dornier patrol aircraft, the Rangers, approaching in an arrowhead formation, led by Commandant A.R. Kalungal, Commanding Officer 744 Squadron. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your gaze to the screens right behind you. You are now seeing the cockpit view of the Dornier, scanning the vast coastline from the pilot's perspective.
మీరు స్క్రీన్ లో చూస్తున్నది పైలట్ కళ్ళతో కనిపించే దృశ్యం. కానీ టెన్షన్ వద్దు, ల్యాండింగ్ కూడా ఆయనదే.
These versatile maritime patrol and reconnaissance aircraft are fast and reliable. They monitor coastal waters and undertake search and rescue operations and surveillance missions, thus safeguarding India's vast coastline.
ये बहुउपयोगी मैरीटाइम पेट्रोल एवं विमान तीव्र विश्वसनीय एवं सक्षम है.
Ladies and gentlemen, look towards your left at the Albatross, the majestic PHI of the Indian Navy, piloted by Captain Akshay Raja, Commanding Officer INAS 312.
ఇప్పుడు భారత నావికా దళానికి గంభీరమైన పిఎటై వస్తోంది.
Firing flares, this indomitable aircraft is demonstrating its advanced self-defense suit. Based on the Boeing 737, the PHI is a long-range reconnaissance aircraft equipped with foreign and indigenous sensors for reconnaissance, anti-submarine operations and electronic intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, from your left, you can now see 2 ALH and 6 Chetak helicopters approaching the grandstand. You will soon witness the helicopters performing search and rescue demonstration.
మీరు ఇప్పుడు 2 ఏఎల్హెచ్ మరియు 6 చేతక్ హెలికాప్టర్ల ద్వారా శోధన మరియు రక్షణ ప్రదర్శనను చూస్తారు.
देवियों सज्जनों, अब आपके सामने 2 ALH और 6 हैं जो आपके समक्ष खोज और बचाव का रोमांचक डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन प्रस्तुत करेंगे.
And now the helicopters have lined up and are hovering at low altitude, ready to commence the SAR demonstration. You will shortly see free divers from Chetak using winches to descend into water and rescue people in distress. We are witnessing the simultaneous display of different methods to evacuate survivors at sea. You are witnessing the AH and Chetak evacuating the divers in a single lift.
ఆపదలో ఉన్న వ్యక్తులను రక్షించడానికి చేతక్ నుండి డైవర్లు నీటిలో దిగడానికి వించ్లను ఎలా ఉపయోగిస్తారో మీరు త్వరలో చూస్తారు.
हम समुद्र में फंसे लोगों को सुरक्षित निकालने की दो अलग-अलग विधियों का एक साथ प्रदर्शन देख रहे हैं, जो भारतीय नौसेना के विभिन्न हेलीकॉप्टर की बचाव क्षमता को प्रदर्शित करता है।
సముద్రంలో చిక్కుకున్న వారిని రక్షించడానికి ఉపయోగించే రెండు విధాలను మీరు చూస్తున్నారు. ఇది భారత నౌకాదళం హెలికాప్టర్ల రక్షణ సామర్థ్యాన్ని చూపిస్తుంది.
This operation requires considerable practice and skill. Maintaining the proper altitude above water is essential. Otherwise, rotor wash generated by the rotors can be dangerous to the diver and the helicopter.
ఈ ఆపరేషన్ కు గణనీయమైన అభ్యాసం మరియు నైపుణ్యం అవసరం.
Ladies and gentlemen, look right ahead and you can see two Sea King 42 Charlie helicopters approaching the beach. You would soon witness a coordinated multi-helo special operation. The helicopters would insert Marine commandos to destroy a mock enemy oil rig. The team is led by Commander Yuvraj Kumar, Commanding Officer INAS 350.
ఇప్పుడు మన ముందు సమన్వయంతో కూడిన మల్టీ హెలో స్పెషల్ ఆపరేషన్ ను చూస్తాము. ఒక సీకింగ్ హెలికాప్టర్ కమాండోలను ప్రవేశపెట్టి కృత్రిమంగా ఏర్పాటు చేసిన ఆయిల్ రిగ్ ను నాశనం చేస్తాయి.
देवियों सज्जनों, आपके ठीक सामने हम एक समन्वित मल्टी हेलो स्पेशल ऑपरेशन देख रहे हैं. दो सीकिंग 42 चार्ली हेलीकॉप्टर्स मरीन कमांडोज को एक मॉक एनिमी रिग में नष्ट करने हेतु उतारे.
Speeding through the crashing waves using orange smoke to indicate depth of attack, these inflatable assault boats are used by interpret commandos of the Indian Navy, the Prahars, who belong to the Special Forces Unit INS Karn. Their motto is "Few, the Fearless." These Geminies are now positioned under the Sea King to commence slithering operation. This is led by Lieutenant Anmol.
దాడి లోతును సూచించడానికి నారింజ రంగు పొగను ఉపయోగించి అలల గుండా వేగంగా దూసుకుపోతున్న ఈ తో కూడిన దాడి పడవలను భారత నావికాదళానికి చెందిన ధైర్యవంతులైన కమాండోలు ఉపయోగిస్తున్నారు. ప్రహార్లు అని పిలువబడే వీరు ఐఎన్ఎస్ కర్ణకు చెందిన వారు. వారి నినాదం ద ఫ్యూ ద ఫియర్లెస్, కొంతమందే కానీ సాహసవంతులు.
Ladies and gentlemen, look towards the screen and see the cockpit view of this Marcos slithering down from the Sea King helicopter. Below, the Marcos are slithering down with fearless precision. Every hour, every moment is deliberate. This is raw combat synergy, air power and special forces in flawless action.
ఇదిగో లైవ్ కాక్పిట్ వ్యూ. ఒక్కసారైనా నేను నడిపితే బాగుండు అనిపిస్తుంది కదా.
यह सीकिंग 42 चार्ली का लाइव कॉकपिट व्यू है. लक्ष्य क्षेत्र के ऊपर अड़िग और स्थिर. आप उसी दृष्टि से मिशन को देख रहे हैं जैसे चाल रहा है. नीचे मार्कोस निर्भीक सटीकता के साथ स्लिथिंग कर रहे हैं. हर होवर, हर हलचल सोच समझकर. यह है वास्तविक युद्धक समन्वय.
Slithering is a rapid way to deploy marine commandos where helicopters cannot land. The Sea King helicopters are being piloted by Commander Yuvraj Kumar and Commander Rakesh Yadav. Ladies and gentlemen, the Indian Navy is the only navy in Asia with the capability to conduct airborne insertion special operations RIBS, a complex and highly specialized combat skill. In 2024, this capability was demonstrated in spectacular fashion in a daring, flawlessly coordinated operation. Indian Marine Commandos were deployed nearly 2,600 kilometers away from our shores. Their mission to rescue vessel MV Ruin and its crew from Somali pirates. It involved dropping the boats and the commandos via the Indian Air Force's C-17 Globemaster aircraft, followed by a precision parachute descent by the Marcos. A Sea King helicopter has now returned to cover the commandos from their assault boats.
ఒక సీకింగ్ హెలికాప్టర్ ఇప్పుడు డైవర్లను వారి దాడి చేసే పడవల నుండి రక్షించడానికి తిరిగి వచ్చింది.
Operation lasted for 35 hours and resulted in the surrender of 35 pirates and the safe release of the 17 crew members of MV Ruin without a single casualty. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the commandos rapidly hooking onto the line from the helicopter.
अब आप कमांडोज को हेलीकॉप्टर से लटकती स्टीयरिंग लाइन से तीव्रता से जुड़ते हुए देख सकते हैं.
While there is a Sea King helicopter circling the perimeter to provide air cover to the steering commandos.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు కమాండోలు హెలికాప్టర్ నుండి దిగిన తాడుకి వేగంగా హుక్ అవుతున్నట్టు చూడవచ్చు.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now witnessing a classic Special Forces insertion from the hovering Sea King. The Marcos are deploying using slithering lines. Swift, silent and surgically precise. Ladies and gentlemen, and now look at the Marcos fly away with ease, still hooked on to the helicopter in a daring display of courage and precision.
హెలికాప్టర్ కు తాడుతో ఉన్న అనుసంధానంగా ఉన్న కమాండోలు నియంత్రణతో పైకి ఎగురుతూ వెళ్తున్నారు. వారి శిక్షణ, ధైర్యం మరియు సమన్వయం ఈ దృశ్యంలో స్పష్టంగా కనిపిస్తున్నాయి.
तू कर प्रहार बार बार, निश्चय कर हो जा तैयार. कांप उठे धरती जो पड़ते हैं तेरे कदम, जहां जल में हो या थल में हो, शत्रु का तू कर संहार.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for our Marine Commandos who are streaming all smoke from their hands. Watch the Marine Commandos mark their presence across the skies, a striking symbol of precision and combat readiness. Ladies and gentlemen, please draw your attention to the right, to the oil rig.
देवियों सज्जनों, ऑयल रिग की ओर देखें.
ఇప్పుడు కుడివైపు ఉన్న ఆయిల్ రిగ్ ను చూడండి.
The clearance divers of the Indian Navy in their combat role undertake underwater sabotage attacks on the enemy ships inside harbors and vital offshore installations that include oil platforms and their subsea pipelines. The demolition of enemy's critical oil production facilities proves decisive in warfare. The underwater... Ladies and gentlemen, look right towards the oil rig. This precise explosion was undertaken by the Explosives Ordnance Disposal Team of Clearance Divers led by Lieutenant Ronak Pai and Vijay, Master Chief Petty Officer, Clearance Diver. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause for our clearance divers for undertaking such a precise explosion. Ladies and gentlemen, look right ahead and prepare yourself for raw power, speed and precision in the skies. In the next few moments, you will witness a thrilling demonstration of combat maneuvers, showcasing the aircraft's exceptional ability, rapid acceleration and high-speed turns.
ये पंख सिर्फ हवा को नहीं चीरते, सीमाओं पर भरोसे की लकीरें गढ़ते हैं. जब शत्रु शितज पर साया कर दे, विमान हौसला बन आगे बढ़ते. सूर्य सा तेज लिए डर प्रकाशवान है, प्रचंड इनकी गर्जना, ये भारत के विमान है. जोरदार तालियों से स्वागत कीजिए इन भारत के विमानों का.
Flying fighter jets at low altitude requires a high degree of skill, and our trained pilots do this with style and panache to avoid detection by enemy radars while looking their best.
తక్కువ ఎత్తులో యుద్ధ జెట్లను ఎగరడానికి అధిక స్థాయి నైపుణ్యం అవసరం.
And gentlemen, let us have a huge round of applause for Captain Abhishek Gawande, Commanding Officer, Indian Naval Air Squadron 303, the pilot of the MiG-29K aircraft in tactical maneuvers.
देवियों सज्जनों, टैक्टिकल मैनूवर्स में मिग एयरक्राफ्ट के पायलट कैप्टन अभिषेक गवंडे, कमांडिंग INS 303 के लिए जोरदार तालियां हो जाएं.
The MiG-29K isn't just an interceptor. It carries anti-ship missiles, precision-guided bombs, and electronic warfare suits. When it flies from the deck of INS Vikrant, these jets virtually establish a no-fly zone or a no-sail zone in and around the carrier battle group. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the same carrier battle group comprising destroyers, frigates, and replenishment ships centered on Vikrant that dominated the North Arabian Seas during Op Sindoor. And behold, some of these warriors are in fact anchored right in front of you. Fighting flares, watch as the majestic aircraft demonstrates its self-defense suit.
MiG-29 పైలట్లకు చప్పట్లతో అభినందిద్దాం.
MiG-29 के भारतीय नौसेना का अत्याधुनिक विमान आधारित मल्टी रोल लड़ाकू विमान है, जिसकी वायु श्रेष्ठता और सटीक हमलों के लिए डिजाइन किया गया है. 2010 में शामिल यह विमान INS विक्रमादित्य और INS विक्रांत जैसे विमान वाहक पोतों से संचालित होता है और समुद्री अभियानों में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाता है. 2200 किलोमीटर प्रति घंटा का अधिकतम गति के साथ यह उन्नत RD-33M के इंजनों से लैस है, जो इस विविध परिस्थितियों में बेहतरीन प्रदर्शन करने में सक्षम बनाते हैं. यह आधुनिक एविएशन नक्स, रडार और फ्लाई बाय वायर नियंत्रण प्रणाली से सुसज्जित हैं. वायु से वायु मिसाइलें, जहाज और इनकी क्षमता गतिशाली संचालन क्षमता हेतु बढ़ाती है.
Ladies and gentlemen, now look towards your left and be ready to gasp. You will witness a daring display of precision flying by 3 MiGs and 4 Hawk jets.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు చూసినట్లయితే 3 మిగ్స్ మరియు 4 హాక్ జెట్ల సాహసోపేతమైన ఖచ్చితత్వ ప్రదర్శనను చూస్తున్నారు.
Hawk is the stepping stone for every fighter pilot of the Indian Navy and transforms young trainee cadets into highly trained, skilled fighter pilots. The formation was led by Captain Adnan Latif, while the formation of MiGs was led by Captain Snehal Sood. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the MiG-29K with its raw power and thunderous roar as it streaks across the horizon. Piloted by Sandeep Katkar, the aircraft firing flares demonstrated its breathtaking display of precision and speed, leaving the sea shaking under her wake.
मेघ को यू चीर कर प्रकट विकट विमान हो, वज्र तेरी गर्जना आतंक में आसमान हो, शत्रुओं का नाश तो तय ही है समझ लो ये, आकाश पर विजय का ये मिग में जो अरमान हो, आकाश पर विजय का ये मिग में जो अरमान हो. देवियों सज्जनों, जोरदार तालियां हो जाए.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the operational demonstration. Now please move your gaze from the seas and the skies to the pristine beach road right in front of you. This road, which is usually full of hustle and bustle of city life, is soon going to transform into a melting pot of the diverse cultures that Milan has brought together. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin the colorful, cheerful and charming International City Parade. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now witness the hornpipe dance by the girl cadets of the Sea Cadet Corps of the Eastern Naval Command.
हॉर्नपाइप डांस केवल एक प्रस्तुति नहीं बल्कि जहाज पर सेलर्स के जीवन और उनके ड्यूटीज की जीवंत झलक है। देवियों और सी कैडेट कोर के लिए जोरदार तालियां हो जाए।
And now, please welcome the young, motivated and dynamic cadets of the National Cadet Corps Through Shakti Nrityam, they salute Shakti, the eternal force of courage, righteousness, and inner strength.
शक्ति नृत्यम के माध्यम से वे उस सनातन शक्ति को नमन करते हैं जो साहस, धर्म और नैतिक बल है। नवदुर्गा की प्रेरणा और सद्गुणों की विजय का संदेश लिए हुए यही वे मूल्य हैं जिन्हें एनसीसी युवाओं में विकसित करता है। चरित्र, एकता और राष्ट्र सेवा की भावना। देवियों और सज्जनों, जोरदार तालियों के साथ स्वागत कीजिए शक्ति नृत्यम का।
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं कोमलांगीं मातंगकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि।
गिरिनन्दिनि नन्दितमेदिनि विश्वविनोदिनि नन्दनुते गिरिवरविन्द्यशिरोदिनि वासिनि विष्णुविलासिनि जिष्णुनुते भगवती कण्ठकुटुम्बिनि भूरि कुटुम्बिनि भूरि कृते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकवर्दिनि शैलसुते सुरवरवर्षिणि दुर्दर्शिनि दुर्मुखवर्षिणि वर्षरते त्रिभुवनपोषिणि शङ्करतोषिणि कल्मषमोषिणि घोषरते तनुजनिरोषिणि दितिसुतरोषिणि दुर्मदशोषिणि सिन्धुसुते
चन्द्रघण्टेति पुष्माण्डेति चतुर्थकम् पञ्चमं स्कन्दमातेति षष्ठं कात्यायनी तथा सप्तमं कालरात्रीति महागौरीति नवमं सिद्धिदात्री च नवदुर्गा प्रकीर्तिताः सिद्धिदात्री च नवदुर्गा
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause for the talented cadets of the NCC who mesmerized us with Shakti Nritya. Drill is the bedrock of discipline, and to watch the smart and fit men and women marching to the tunes of military band is a privilege. The marching contingents are about to arrive, starting with the parade commander, Commander Pramod P. Bandirge. Following right behind him are officers of the guard, Lieutenant Commander Adarsh Iyer and Lieutenant Commander Amandeep Singh. Marching of the dais are flag bearers, carrying the flags of proud participating countries, symbolizing navies of the world united through oceans, led by Senior Under Officer B. Giri Prabhash.
सलामी मंच के सामने अब आ रहा है भारतीय नौसेना का मार्चिंग कंटिजेंट, जिसका नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं लेफ्टिनेंट पवन कुमार गंडी। कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर कदमों के साथ नौसेना के जोशीले जय भारती की धुन पर मार्च करते हुए हम आपको बताना चाहेंगे कि 24 नौसैनिक उसी टुकड़ी का हिस्सा थे जिसने इस वर्ष 26 जनवरी को कर्तव्य पथ पर देश को गौरवान्वित किया था और सर्वश्रेष्ठ मार्चिंग टुकड़ी का खिताब हासिल किया था।
Coming up is the Indian Naval Brass Band, led by Devraj, Master Chief Petty Officer, Musician, First Class.
Now we have the contingent from the Indian Army who have been safeguarding this nation with the motto of Seva Parmo Dharma, meaning service before self. The contingent is led by Captain K. Avinash of 4x8 Gurkha Rifles.
సేవా పరమో ధర్మః అనే నినాదంతో దేశ రక్షణలో అంకిత భావంతో నిలిచిన భారత సైనిక దళం కెప్టెన్ కె అవినాష్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో గౌరవప్రదంగా ముందుకు సాగుతోంది.
Marching in front of the dais is the Indian Army Band, led by Subedar Ajay Kumar of Army Ordnance Corps Central Military Band.
Marching with precision is the Indian Air Force contingent, led by Flying Officer Garvit Sharma. Their motto is Nabha Deeptam, touch the sky with glory. We can now witness the Indian Air Force Band, led by Junior Warrant Officer P.K. Behra.
अब आप तटरक्षक बल के कंटिंजेंट को देख सकते हैं, जिनका आदर्श वाक्य है वयम रक्षामः, अर्थात हम रक्षा करते हैं। यत्र तत्र सर्वत्र को यथा करते हुए तटरक्षक बल का यह मार्चिंग कंटिंजेंट पूर्ण अनुशासन और दृढ़ संकल्प के साथ सलामी मंच की ओर अग्रसर है, जिसका नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं डिप्टी कमांडेंट अतुल कुमार वर्मा।
Behold the poise and pride with which Captain K.S.N. Naidu, retired, leads the veteran contingent, comprising distinguished ex-servicemen of the Indian Navy. Among these proud, forever young warriors, we are deeply honored to have the war veterans of the 1965 and 1971 Indo-Pak Wars. In Hindi, the word kal signifies both yesterday and tomorrow, and perhaps that is why, as we look back with pride, we continue to follow in the wake of our predecessors.
కెడెట్ మన్మోహన్ మిశ్రా నేతృత్వంలో కోరికొండ సైనిక బృందం గర్వంగా కవాతు చేస్తోంది. ఈ పాఠశాల రక్షణ దళాలలో అనేక మంది ఉన్నత స్థాయి అధికారులను మరియు పౌర రంగాలలో ముఖ్యమైన వ్యక్తులను అందించింది.
The school has produced many high-ranking officers in the defense forces and important personalities in civil walks of life. And now, ladies and gentlemen, playing these vibrant tunes coming right in front of you is the mesmerizing contingent of the Navy Children's School Band, led by Miss Chanasya Shakya.
You are now witnessing the Tri-Services National Cadet Corps contingent.
మీరు ఇప్పుడు నేషనల్ కెడెట్ కోర్ బృందాన్ని చూస్తున్నారు. వారి ఐక్యత మరియు క్రమశిక్షణ అనే నినాదానికి అనుగుణంగా సీనియర్ అండర్ ఆఫీసర్ ఎం ప్రజ్ఞారాణి నేతృత్వంలోని యువ కెడెట్లు గౌరవంగా మరియు గర్వంగా కవాతు చేయడం మీరు చూడవచ్చు.
Here come the young sea warriors of the Sea Cadet Corps of Visakhapatnam, led by Cadet Petty Officer P. Chandu.
కెడెట్ పెట్టి ఆఫీసర్ పి చందు ఆధ్వర్యంలో విశాఖపట్నం సీ కెడెట్ కోర్ ఉత్సాహం మరియు క్రమశిక్షణతో ముందుకు వస్తోంది.
Established in 2007, Organization for Counter-Terrorist Operations, the Octopus, are an elite special operations unit of Andhrapradesh Police. Crossing the dais, the contingent is led by Reserve Inspector K. Mahesh.
2007 में बनी यूनिट ऑक्टोपस आंध्र प्रदेश पुलिस की एक एलीट स्पेशल ऑपरेशंस यूनिट है. बंद से गुजरते हुए इस टुकड़ी की अगुवाई कर रहे हैं रिजर्व इंस्पेक्टर के महेश.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up in front of you is the Andhra Pradesh State Police Band, led by Head Constable Vijay, 3rd Battalion Andhra Pradesh Police. Next, the Andhra Pradesh State Police, making the city of Visakhapatnam one of the safest cities for women.
ఈ ధైర్యవంతులైన కాపలాదారులకు నాయకత్వం వహిస్తున్నది రిజర్వ్ సబ్ ఇన్స్పెక్టర్ బి రమణ, 5th బెటాలియన్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ పోలీస్ విజయనగరం.
Following right behind are the brave greyhounds of the Andhra Pradesh Police Force, led by Assistant Assault Commander A. Kashi Vishwanath.
వేదిక దాటుతున్న ఏపీ పోలీసుకి చెందిన ధైర్యవంతమైన గ్రేహౌండ్స్ ప్రత్యేక దళానికి నాయకత్వం వహిస్తున్నది అసిస్టెంట్ అసాల్ట్ కమాండర్ ఏ కాశీ విశ్వనాథ్.
Now approaching from the vast southern oceans and a proud maritime tradition, the Australian contingent led by Lieutenant Commander Andrew Kell marches past the grandstand, reflecting professionalism and steadfast partnership.
And now, the marching band from Indian Navy is crossing right ahead. The conductor of the band is Madhav Mohan, Master Chief Petty Officer, Musician, First Class.
From the land of rivers and a vibrant cultural legacy, the distinguished contingent of the Bangladesh Navy, led by Lieutenant Mohammad Biplab Malik, marches past the grandstand with pride and precision.
From the nation of art, romance and timeless elegance, The French Navy contingent, led by Lieutenant Geoffrey Matthew, now marches past the grandstand.
Defenders of the sovereignty and territorial integrity is the Emerald of the Equator, the Indonesian Navy contingent led by Lieutenant Junior Grade Kemal Hamdani. Ladies and gentlemen, approaching us, please welcome the esteemed Iranian band as they march past, being led by Lieutenant N. Shokati.
From a country steeped in rich history, diverse culture, and a tapestry of ancient richness, ladies and gentlemen, the contingent from Iran, led by Sub-Lieutenant Mehdi Atai, is crossing the grandstand.
From a nation at the crossroads of vital sea lanes, the Malaysian Navy contingent, led by Sub-Lieutenant Mohammed, passes by the grandstand, symbolizing regional cooperation and maritime vigilance.
From the island nation guarding the heart of the Indian Ocean, the Maldives National Defence Force Naval Contingent, led by Captain Ashraf Nazir, marches past the grandstand with quiet resolve. The marching band from Indian Navy is crossing right ahead. The conductor of the band is Edmund J. Baptista, Master Chief Petty Officer, Musician, First Class.
Representing a nation shaped by rivers and seas, the Myanmar Navy contingent, led by Lieutenant Zan Hain, now passes by the grandstand with purpose and pride.
Up next, we have the archipelagic nation bound by the sea, the Philippine Navy contingent, led by Lieutenant Commander Ronald G. Del Rosario, marching past the grandstand, embodying resilience and maritime spirit.
Representing a nation of profound history and enduring cultural heritage, the Russian contingent, led by Fleet Captain Shevchenky Kirill Tarasovich, now marches past the grandstand with strength and distinction.
The Sea Cadet Corps Band contingent, consisting of young and enthusiastic cadets, is now passing, led by Cadet Petty Officer P. Chakradhar.
From a nation deeply connected to the Indian Ocean, the Seychelles Coast Guard contingent, led by Second Lieutenant Benjamin Esperon, marches past the grandstand, reflecting commitment to maritime security.
From the nation at the confluence of two great oceans, the South African Navy contingent, led by Sub-Lieutenant N. Zuba, now marches past the grandstand with strength and resolve.
From a close maritime neighbor in the Indian Ocean, the Sri Lankan Navy contingent, led by Lieutenant Commander G.G.H. Alvis, marches past the grandstand symbolizing friendship and shared maritime heritage. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the graceful Sri Lankan band. They are playing the vibrant tunes of Sare Jahan Se Acha, led by Lieutenant MACS Millapitiya. Let's hear it for them.
Representing a nation with a rich maritime history and cultural depth, the Royal Thai Navy, by Lieutenant Junior Gade Patipan Hangjurin, now marches past the grandstand with elegance and pride. From a nation with a rich maritime history, the Vietnam People's Navy contingent, led by Senior Lieutenant Dam Tri Tien, marches past the grandstand with determination and pride. We now present one of Andhra renowned classical dance form, known for its expressive storytelling and graceful movements. It beautifully blends devotion and artistry.
अब प्रस्तुत है कुचिपुड़ी, आंध्र प्रदेश की प्रसिद्ध शास्त्रीय नृत्य शैली। भावपूर्ण अभिनय और सुंदर मुद्राओं के माध्यम से ये भक्ति और कला का सुंदर संगम प्रस्तुत करती है।
Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for this graceful performance. And now we present to you Dhimsa. Dhimsa is a dance form from the enchanting Araku Valley in the hilly tracts of Visakhapatnam district. The unique feature of Dhimsa is that it channelizes friendship and fraternity between the people of different villages. Let's hear it for them. Next we have Garagalu, devotional folk dance performed with beautifully decorated pots balanced on the head. It symbolizes faith and festive spirit.
What a charming display of colors and beads. Please put your hands together for Garagulu. Up next is Kolatam, the traditional stick dance symbolizing unity and coordination. The rhythmic clashing of sticks, the atmosphere with energy and joy.
Gentlemen, a huge round of applause. And finally, get ready for Tapetagulu, a high-energy folk dance performed to the powerful beats of traditional drums. It is popular in Srikakulam and Vizianagaram districts. This dance form invokes the rain god with its vigor, rhythm, and tempo. Ladies and gentlemen, please applaud this power-packed performance. And up next, we have an exhibition art dance comprising different dance forms of the region. Watch them in their traditional attires, dancing upbeat folk tunes.
What vibrant and powerful performances! Ladies and gentlemen, unfolding before you now is the Andhra Pradesh Tourism Tableau, a vibrant celebration of heritage, adventure, and natural splendor. From the serene Buddhist legacy of Totlakonda to the breathtaking beauty of Araku Valley, the tableau captures the spirit of a land where spirituality meets scenic wonder. With glimpses of ecotourism, trekking, tribal culture, and the magnificent Bora caves, Andhra Pradesh emerges as a destination of timeless charm and boundless exploration.
देवियों और सज्जनों, आपके समक्ष प्रस्तुत है आंध्र प्रदेश पर्यटन झांकी, विरासत, साहसिकता और प्राकृतिक सौंदर्य का अद्भुत संगम।
వారసత్వం, సాహసం మరియు ప్రకృతి వైభవం యొక్క ఉత్సాహభరితమైన వేడుక ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ పర్యాటక శకటం మీ ముందు ప్రదర్శనమిస్తుంది.
And now, before you is the tableau from the Department of Language and Culture, commemorating 150 glorious years of Vande Mataram, the soul-stirring anthem for India's freedom movement. Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay's immortal creation in Anand Math to Bharat Mata holding the tricolor, the tableau reflects the awakening of national consciousness. It is a tribute to the spirit of sacrifice, unity, and patriotism that continues to resonate across generations. Ladies and gentlemen, now prepare as we present to you the tattoo of drums. In the yesteryears, beating of drums within the billeting area signaled the troops to proceed to their quarters. Over the years, the tattoo has been enriched by induction of folk, traditional, and contemporary sounds and movements, giving it features of a musical festival with recognizably military underpinnings. Ladies and gentlemen, led by Drum Major Paul Raj, Master Chief Petty Officer Musician 2nd Class, please welcome the Eastern Naval Command Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Eastern Naval Command Band, who enthralled us with their magnificent performance. And now, we present to you the continuity drill. The continuity drill is a set of precise, coordinated and complicated drill movements, which will be executed without a single word of command being uttered by the group. We request you to maintain absolute silence. Kindly do not use flash for photography. We request one final applause only at the end of the event. The continuity contingent is being led by Vilash, Master Chief Gundry Instructor from INS Jyoti, and trained by Ajay Sharma, Petty Officer Gundry Instructor, INS Vishwakarma, and GK Reddy, Petty Officer Gundry Instructor, INS Ranvijay. Ladies and gentlemen, the continuity drill. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the wonderful continuity drill contingent. What an impactful and magnificent performance that was. May I now request Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi, the Chief of the Naval Staff, to kindly address the gathering.
Justice Syed Abdul Nazir, Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh, Chiefs of Navies and Heads of Delegations, our former Chiefs of Naval Staff, Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chiefs of our 3 Naval Commands and Commander-in-Chief of Andaman Nicobar Command, senior functionaries from the Government of India, Judiciary and State Government of Andhra Pradesh, elected representatives from Visakhapatnam district, flag officers serving and veterans, commanding officers, officer in charges, local residents of this great city of destiny, Visakhapatnam, friends from the media, officers, sailors, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Andariki namaskaram Visakhapatnam. It is indeed a great honor and privilege to welcome you all, including our friends from 74 partner countries, to this magnificent setting of the International City Parade. At the outset, on behalf of the entire Indian Navy, I wish to express deepest gratitude to the Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh, Justice Syed Abdul Nazir, for gracing this occasion. I am also grateful to the Government of Andhra Pradesh for their steadfast support in making both International Fleet Review and MILAN 2026 landmark events for the city of Visakhapatnam and the state of Andhra Pradesh, and conducted in a manner befitting their scale, significance, and global stature. I also wish to express my sincere appreciation to the international delegates and the ship's crew from friendly foreign countries who have traveled oceans to be here with us for these maritime events. My profound gratitude also goes to the people of Visakhapatnam for opening not only your city, but also your hearts to the navies of the world. As they say in Telugu, Andurolu Aritham Prapanchaniki Telisinade, which means the hospitality of the people of Andhra is known to the world. I am certain that the international participants would have experienced the spirit of warmth and respect firsthand. Beyond warmth and hospitality, this coastline and the city of destiny have long advanced India's maritime heritage, shaped by centuries of seafaring, trade, and sustained engagement in oceans. These traditions are reflected in India's conduct as a maritime nation, consistently guided by the principles of openness, trust, and mutual respect at sea. Even as the world navigates geostrategic flux and growing uncertainty in the global maritime commons, India and the Indian Navy remain firmly committed to working with partner nations to keep the seas safe, secure, and open for all. In the words of our Honorable Prime Minister, I quote, "When the global seas are rough, the world looks for a steady lighthouse. India is well poised to play that role with strength and stability, unquote. This is where events like IFR and MILAN assume special significance, bringing together navies from across the world under shared themes such as united through oceans and camaraderie, cooperation and collaboration. Whether it is sailing together at sea, which happens day after tomorrow onwards, or marching together for the same purpose today at the International City Parade, these engagements will trust and interoperability. As always, this International City Parade has been a highlight of IFR and MILAN, blending the color and vibrancy of local culture with the discipline and pride of uniform of personnel from across the globe. It was truly impressive and awe-inspiring. Apart from the naval components, a hallmark of this event has been the vibrant participation of local schools, colleges, and cultural troops, many of whom traveled from across the state to be part of these celebrations. With each edition of the City Parade, enthusiasm, color, and artistic energy reaches new heights, reflecting the rich cultural tapestry of this region. I'm certain that the friendships forged, the camaraderie displayed, and the memories created here will carry the spirit of Visakhapatnam, IFR, and MILAN 2026 far and wide across oceans and continents. And what better setting than this, with the sea, the sunset, and the spirit all coming together to bring such an endeavor to life. Once again, I would like to express my deep appreciation and gratitude to the Honorable Governor of Andhrapradesh and the Government of Andhrapradesh for their sustained support in hosting IFR and MILAN 2026 at Visakhapatnam. I also thank Visakhapatnam District Administration and the Greater Visakhapatnam Municipal Corporation for their cooperation in the planning and execution of these events. And lastly, may the friendship forged here grow stronger with time, and may the spirit of cooperation that we celebrate this evening guide our navies and our nations in the years ahead. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Justice Syed Abdul Nazir, the Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh, to kindly address the gathering.
Chief of the Naval Staff, distinguished heads of navies and international delegations, senior political leaders, officers, and sailors of armed forces, my dear citizens of Andhra Pradesh, ladies and gentlemen, Andariki Namaskaram. It's a matter of immense pride and personal joy for me to stand here this evening on the shores of Ramakrishna Beach with the Bay of Bengal before us and lakhs of proud citizens around us for the International City Parade International Fleet Review and Exercise MILAN 2026. Visakhapatnam is not merely a host city. It is the maritime heart of our eastern seaboard, a city whose destiny has always been shaped by the sea. For generations, people of Andhrapradesh have looked to these waters for opportunity, prosperity, and connection with wider world. Tonight, those very waters host an extraordinary gathering of friendly foreign naval ships and aircrafts alongside the proud platforms of Indian Navy, a powerful symbol of global maritime partnership anchored off our coast. Over the past few years, our city has witnessed the international fleet review and the conduct of exercise MILAN, bringing together ships, aircraft, and delegations from across the continents. Yesterday's fleet review, reviewed by the Honorable President of India, was a majestic spectacle at sea. Today, this international city parade carries that spirit of ashore, transforming strategic cooperation into a celebration shared with the people. This evening belongs not only to the armed forces, but to every citizen gathered here. We have witnessed an impressive operational demonstration by Indian naval ships and aircraft, showcasing skill, precision, and technological excellence. The contingents and military bands of the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard will move in disciplined harmony, reflecting the unity of our armed forces. We are also honored to see foreign aircraft marching contingents and their bands marching with pride on Indian soil, embodying friendship, trust, and mutual respect amongst nations. The participation of the National Cadet Corps, NCC, the Sea Cadet Corps, and school children fills me with happiness. When I see these young boys and girls in uniform, I see discipline, aspiration, and confidence. They represent the future of our nation, inspired by service and guided by values. The cultural troops and tableaux we witnessed this evening beautifully reflect India's civilizational depth and artistic richness. The blending of military ceremony with cultural expression reminds us that strength is most meaningful when anchored in heritage and humanity. As darkness descends, the ceremonial illumination of ships at anchorage will transform the horizon into a radiant arc of light upon the fireworks, laser and drone displays that follow will illuminate not just the sky above Visakhapatnam, but the spirit of innovation and creativity that defines modern India. Andhra Pradesh shares a deep and enduring bond with the Indian Navy and the Eastern Naval Command headquartered here. The presence of so many friendly foreign ships and aircraft in our waters enhances Visakhapatnam's standing as a global maritime city. It strengthens economic activity, boosts tourism, and underscores our state's strategic importance along India's eastern seaboard. More importantly, it reinforces goodwill, and goodwill remains the strongest foundation of lasting peace. In today's interconnected world, oceans connect economies and culture. Maritime cooperation ensures that these waters remain highways of prosperity rather than theaters of discord. Ships under different flags, but they share the same seas, and with that comes shared responsibility. I sincerely commend the Indian Navy, the armed forces, the district administration, the government of Andhrapradesh, and all support agencies for organizing an event of such scale and splendor with remarkable efficiency. The coordination required to host international ships, aircraft, and thousands of personnel while welcoming lakhs of citizens reflects meticulous planning and dedication. Above all, I thank the people of Visakhapatnam and Andhra Pradesh. Your discipline, warmth, and enthusiasm make this celebration truly meaningful. Your presence sends a powerful message that the bond between our armed forces and our citizens is strong, proud, and enduring. As we celebrate this International City Parade, let us celebrate partnership over rivalry, harmony over division, and cooperation over conflict. May the friendships strengthened here continue to flourish. May our seas remain secure and open. And may Visakhapatnam continue to shine not only as the city of destiny, but as a beacon of maritime unity. Andariki dhanyavadalu, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. May I now request the Chief of the Naval Staff to kindly felicitate the Chief Guest.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now request you all to kindly rise in honor of Vande Mataram, followed by the national anthem.
देवियों और सज्जनों, अब मैं आप सबसे अनुरोध करती हूं कि वंदे मातरम और राष्ट्रगान के लिए खड़े हो जाएं।
ఇప్పుడు మీరు జాతీయ గీతం మరియు జాతీయ గానం గౌరవార్థం లేచి నిలబడవలసిందిగా కోరుతున్నాము.
and gentlemen, please look towards the sea. Behold and admire. The illuminated ship silhouettes on the horizon convey that our warships will always protect our national maritime interests. Anytime, anywhere, anyhow.
क्षितिज पर दमकती रोशनियों में सजे युद्ध पोतों की